My name is Amy Lyons Miller, and I'm the Director of Recruitment for Wesleyan College. And today I'll be reading a piece from Like Water for Chocolate. It's one of my favorites. Everyone was a little tense as they sat down at the table, but that's as far as it went until the quail were served. It wasn't enough he'd made his wife jealous earlier, for when Pedro tasted his first mouthful, he couldn't help closing his eyes in voluptuous delight and exclaiming, "It is a dish for the gods!" Mama Elena knew that the quail was exquisite. Nonetheless, Pedro's remark did not sit well with her, and she replied, "It's too salty." Rosario, saying she was feeling sick and getting nauseous, barely took 3 bites. But something strange was happening to Gertrudis. On her, the food seemed to act as an aphrodisiac. She began to feel an intense heat pulsing through her limbs. An itch in the center of her body kept her from sitting properly in her chair. She began to sweat, imagining herself on horseback with her arms clasped around one of Pancho Villa's men, the one she'd seen in the village plaza the week before, smelling of sweat and mud, of dawns that brought uncertainty and danger, smelling of life and of death. She was on her way to market in Piedras Negras when Chincha, the servant, when she saw him coming down the main street, riding in front of the others, obviously the captain of the troop. Their eyes met, and what she saw in his made her tremble. She saw all the nights he'd spent staring into the fire and longing to have a woman beside him, a woman he could kiss, a woman he could hold in his arms, a woman like her. She got out her handkerchief and tried to wipe those sinful thoughts from her mind as she wiped away the sweat. But it was no use. Something strange had happened to her. She turned to Tita for help, but Tita wasn't there. Even though her body was sitting up quite properly in her chair, there wasn't the slightest sign of life in her eyes. It was as if a strange alchemical process had dissolved her entire being in the rose petal sauce.